Hi guys, how is everybody? Hope you've all had a nice Christmas and a happy new year to all my new and hello Prince, new and old customers. This is my first video of 2020. We've got Prince that wants to say hello. So yeah, this journal is now for sale. It's a journal that I've been working on while I've had a couple of weeks off work, and it's steampunk mixed in with vintage industrial theme. So it's taken a while to design the front cover, as I changed my mind a few times with the colour when I was doing all the different colours with mixed media and things. It was like purples and blues, and then I decided to just go over it with blacks and golds, and then just leave a bit of purple in it. It's quite heavy and it's just full of different things. We've got real cogs, and this is off a real I don't know, I know it's real, and then there's a few more real cogs, and then this was what I got off Craft Box. I used to have a subscription, and every month I'd get bits in the box. So if anyone's interested, that's a good crafting site to go on. So yeah, I've used all different types, metals, a bit of wood, and some flowers. Then I've put this on, and then it had like it was like a necklace which I took off, and then I've wrapped it around the journal like so, just to create something different. It's easy to take off. If I just undo this, it's just on with this little clip here, so the person who buys this journal can just easily take it off, and it just easily undoes, and they can just undo that one, and the whole chain will come off. So yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces added on, cogs, and then these, some scissors, more cogs, and then some little beads what I've made, a key, and so on. Hi Prince. And then at the back I've used some heavy structured paste to give it a bit of 3D, and then I've just gone over it in like a gold acrylic paint. So yeah, it is really heavy. And then I've used one of these to use as a fastener with some sorry silk, and it can be extended as the journal extends. So I'm going to light flat now, and then Prince might take the opportunity to start playing with all the little bits and pieces. So we'll open it up. So inside the front cover I've left it blank, because with it being so chunky as it is, you can see it's just really chunky. I didn't want to overfill on the back and on the front insides. So on the first cover, well, before I start the whole process of going through, on each signature it's got this thick card, and I will just show you. I don't know the name of this type of card, but they are like folders like this, if you can see. They are quite old, so I've folded them in half, so they are quite old and vintage, yeah. And because I've folded them in half, they've all got a at the beginning and on the back side of each signature there's like a slip, so you could put papers in, documents, pictures, whatever goes in the junk journal. Before I start, I have used, I think it's my Porch Print, a couple of kits which I've mixed and matched in this journal. I have used a couple of kits from the Graphics Fairy, no prints. So yeah, before I start, so the first page I've done a bit of what's the word, just added different types of papers in and things. Some are from a 1911 newspaper, and then just used lots of different types of vintage scraps and then stamped it. And then these, I think these are off my Porch Prints industrial tags. And then in this one we have a notebook, like a journaling book, and it's tied with sorry silk. I'll not open it up. And then on the inside again, just done some more different types of stamping and different types of textures. And then we've done a ruffle, and it has a key charm, no prints. And then I've just used different types of papers. And then we've got a newspaper here. Come on, prints. And then I've done a bit of a ruffle with some sorry silk. And then we've got some random pages from an old recipe book, and I tried picking out like ones that are kind of oldish, what was used around the 1800s, early 1900s. So there's a few of them in. Throughout this journal I have added a lot of original ephemera, which is original, not been printed from a kit like this. I'm not sure if they call this onion paper, but this is an original old vintage piece of paper that I've added in, and it just looks like someone's owed someone some money or something. So it just tucks up there, and we've just got some old vintage music paper. Again, I think this kit was from my Porch Print, and I think it was called industrial, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then another collage here, and it's just jam-packed with different types of journaling cards. And then there's quite a few of these what I've added in, which again, these are from the kit, the craft box kit. These are journaling cards, and I think they're so pretty. I think one particular month I got like a steampunk themed box, so I've used quite a few bits from that in here. And then we've just got some journaling cards, and then we've got a vintage mathematical papers added in as well. Obviously with it being mathematical, it's a bit like steampunk and things like that. We've got an old, I don't know if it's like an old cigarette card, which is old, and then some journaling cards. Also I've mixed in a bit of Tim Holtz as well. Again, we've got another original vintage ephemera from 1923 with a stamp on. So I have added quite a few of these throughout this journal. Again, some more collage going on, and then just flip it over, and then just added a few bits and pieces. And we've got a journaling card. This is out of a book that I've got. The book is called Vintage St Helens and District. Obviously I live probably about 20 minutes away from St Helens, and I found it in a charity shop, so I just pulled out a few images that looked like, you know, industrial kind of images. It just flips out like so. And then in the centre of each signature I've put lots of tea dye papers which are all blank, which is something I thought I'd try differently. Normally I just scatter them out, but I thought in each middle signature I'll just do this, and then whoever receives this journal has got plenty of journaling paper all together. And then at the top here this is an actual vintage piece of sellotape, as you can see. I received well, I bought some really old maps and I was trying to peel all the sellotape off to use, which is there. So yeah, quite a few pages to journal on, which are all tea dyed. And then in each of the signatures I've added some really vintage stamps. And then this is from the other side of the industrial book, more mathematical paper. And then at the top, this hasn't been sewn, so you can put something at the top of there. And then I've just done these, which I've left blank to journal on. And then the pen is mightier than the sword, very true. I've got that off one of my pen pals. So these can be journaled on. We've got a pocket and we've got an envelope with nothing in. Just some journaling cards, another journaling card from the craft box. And then that's that. And then a bit of Tim Holtz paper. Obviously there's plenty of pages what I've left blank to journal on as well. Again, we've got another original vintage solicitors from 1935. And another German card on the other side. Again, another envelope, and then inside I've just added lots of goodies again to journal on, and then just done some more collaging. This is the back side of the first signature, and again I've just used different types of vintage newspaper articles, and then that's the end of the first signature with a slip. I did something different with this. I tried to make it like a bit of a woman corset, and there's nothing inside it, but you can undo it and it opens up and you can slide anything in, like a bit like a secret pocket. But the only downfall is, which I didn't think about as I was doing it, you'd have to take all the ribbon out to actually open it, but I just thought it was like a nice feature in the journal. Or you could just slide something in and then it's just propped onto the second signature. So again, this is like a bit of a belly band, and it's like you can put things in both sides, that side and this side. And then I've just used a little card to make like a bit of a belly band on that. And then again another original ephemera from 1985. Don't know what it's all about. It says the Swan Hotel leak, so obviously it's like a deposit for a hotel. some beautiful illustrations. And then again, I've just done some more collaging, and then this was a napkin, and I've gone over it in like some Mod Podge, and then cut it out, and it feels quite nice, and it makes it a lot more sturdier and doesn't rip. And again, there's another journaling card, made like a bit of a pocket there. And then this is from a 1911 newspaper, coal and mining, so I've added quite a lot of this into the book with it being industrial. And then we've got another one of these lovely book pages, again from the vintage book that I've just shown you, and it looks like a coal mine. More journaling space, and then we've got some Tim Holtz cardstock with these tags added onto the side. And then we've got two large pockets which is stuffed with different types of journaling cards. We've got a cute envelope, and then a little booklet what I made with different types of random papers. More journaling card and a big tag at the back. And then we've got an original wireless telegraphical axe. I don't know what that is. Telegram, I think. I don't know. Don't have a clue. 10 shillings. I don't know if it's like a TV license or something, I'm not so sure. But that's an original piece of ephemera. And then I just added in a really old picture of a man. Again, this is another recipe, braised pigeon with whiskey and raisins. Ugh. Doesn't sound very appetising. And then at the centre of a signature again, so again lots of blank tea dye papers, and then again I've added really old stamps on the binding. Another vintage original, 1911. This is part of the newspaper, but I've got to be careful with the newspaper because it's quite it's really delicate paper and it easily rips. Just thought I'd add that in, and then just, I don't know what that is. Looks like a thank you from a, I don't know, from a company in Nottingham. And then this is just a glassine bag, and it's just got bits and pieces in what I didn't get to use in the journal, so it's stuffed with different things, so I just popped that in for the receiver to use in the journal. Just got a really old vintage envelope. And then we've got a cog on this Sorry silk and just some stamping. And then on this I've used lots of random leftover paper with a vintage stamp just to write on. And that's the back side of the other image. And then we've got part of a clock hand charm, and then some more journaling cards. Again, 1911 newspaper, and I've just gone around and just given the page a bit of interest. And this is a belly band. So the back, put one of these cards in at the back, and then we've got another envelope and another journaling card, and that just goes in that one, so it makes it like 2 little pockets. And then this is the back side of the second signature, and just a journaling card which I've sewn on with tea dye paper, and that just sits right there. This is the final signature. What I put in there, a really old, it's from a band. When you're playing the cornet or the trumpet, they used to stick them on a thing on the instrument, so while they were playing the instrument it was right there on top of it, so I just added that in for interest. And then I've got a wage packet. Before people got paid in the bank, you used to get a wage packet on a Friday with your wages in, so I've added that in. And then just some bits of paper to write on, and I've got an image, and this is printing, a printing place. So it's stuck here. There we go. And then on the other side of that, we've got an envelope at the back, more journaling cards, some things what I've collected from Tim Holtz in the past, and then I'm not going to take this off. This is a bit of a fabric, and it goes on the other side as well, and I've just gone over it with some ink, and then stuck a cog on with a bit of ribbon, and then just some more collage, and then it's got one of these tags on that. And then this page, I did a lot of collaging with different types of tags, gone over it with white gesso, and then inked it up with different types of inks, and then did some stamping. And then we've got a player's card, player's cigarette, and then this is a long journaling spot. This like supposed to be like individual tags, but stitched them and cut them off so you could write something on that. And then we have another one of those. We've got a little pocket here, and we've got little tiny journaling booklet, more journaling cards. And then this is off a cigar, which is real. You can see that. And then again, another really old piece of paper from the 1918. I don't know what that's for. If you can read that kind of writing, then let me know. And then this is an envelope what I've tea dyed and then just collaged on it, and I've done some stamping. Same again, I've just used some stamping. We're in the centre of the third signature, so we've got tea dyed papers. Oh, these are stuck. And then this image I added in because I had like a really old vintage encyclopedia, and obviously because this book is based on steampunk and things like that, this had to go in, and I just love that image. It's pretty cool. And then again, the vintage stamps. And then we have another one of these, which I've used different types of papers, and it's on a paper clip, so it's on the back side as well as. This I got the idea of from, I forgot her name now, she's on YouTube. So you lift up, this is out of an old encyclopedia, I think it is. you lift that and there's journaling spot there, and then you lift that and then there's more journaling there, and then if you lift that there's more journaling paper there, and it's all in one. So I love that idea. Again, got more journaling cards, and then we have this teeny tiny tag. And then again, I've not stitched up here, so this is like a page pocket, if you would like to call it that. And then this is a real photograph that I've had. Yeah, I put that in. And then just some more journaling bits and pieces. This is the back side of the printing image, and then the last page again is another booklet to journaling. Not open it because it'll take me ages, and it's wrapped in silk. So that is the end of my video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, subscribe. This is now up for sale, so if you want to get in contact with me, it's ready to post. But I will say it is pretty heavy. I'll just flip it back up and then you can see the front of it again. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.